we're gonna make some cheap food. So the first thing I'm gonna tell you guys is my ingredients. So I have these Hawaiian Rolls that I got from Aldi's, because if I got the real Hawaiian Rolls, they would not be cheap. I have some oven roasted turkey breast from H-E-B, and this is a kind with no nitrates and no preservatives. I have some creamy mozzarella that I used the last time we did a meal, so I'm gonna be using the rest of it. And then I'm just gonna have some strawberries and bananas to cut up on the side, and a little margarine. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and open my rolls. And I'm gonna take them out. See, nice. They smell just as good as the regular ones, so shout out to Aldi's for the cheap version so I can actually make a cheap video. And I'm gonna go and get my knife. And bring back a plate. So this bread knife is my favorite knife. I have a few, and it has a holder, so I always try to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up and shimmy it out onto my plate. Ta-da! And of course, if you guys ever see people make sliders before, you know that I'm gonna go ahead and cut right through the middle, so there can be a space for me to open it and put the medium things in. Yay! And it came out so good. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it kind of cut perfectly across. Yes! All right, so now I am going to get this done. I'm gonna take the bottom and I'm going to go ahead and rub some margarine on my throwaway pan that I always use for meat. And I'm just gonna place it in here, right there. Yeah, there's enough space for it to go in, and I'm gonna get the little piece that fell off. Almost perfect cut. And now I'm gonna go ahead and open up my H-E-B oven roasted turkey breast. I'm gonna come close right here, and you guys can see this. And this was a part of one of their meal deals. I just finished layering my ham on top of my bottom layer. Now I'm going to take my creamy melt mozzarella. I absolutely love mozzarella cheese, especially on sliders. My favorite cheese is Gouda though. I'm a cheese connoisseur. And I'm just gonna put that right over it. Oh, yes. Yes, cheese. Thank you so much. And I love cheese. I hope y'all love cheese too. All right. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and move this to the side. And I am going to melt some butter in my pan. And I'm going to drizzle it over the top layer. And that's just something to give it a little pizzazz when it comes out the oven. I don't think it makes it taste any better at all. It's just something extra. And I'm gonna throw this in the trash, and as you guys can see, I still have about half of one and a full one left. And remember, the thing about cheap eats is you want to get the most bang for your buck. You want to go into the grocery store and you want to think about, okay, what are some things that I can pair together? Could I make this meal and then use the rest to make something else? Things like that. And I hope that you guys can hear me clear. I got one comment just about the volume and being able to hear. So I hope that today the volume's better. And I'm just going to take that and put it in here. And I'm just going to let that melt. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the top and I'm going to carefully put it over my turkey and mozzarella sliders. All right. So once it melts, I'm going to go ahead and drizzle the butter over it, and then I'm gonna put it in the oven. I'm gonna put it on 350, probably for about 10 to 15 minutes. I don't want to burn the bread, so kind of look out for when the bread is kind of golden. If your oven goes higher or it feels like it's very hot, maybe cook it for less time. So I'm just gonna be watching mine until they're beautiful, and then I'm gonna be taking them out. All right. All right, butter is drizzled. Now let's go ahead and put it in the oven. In my receipt, I got these organic bananas and strawberries and from H-E-B, and as you guys can see, it was $3.66. But since I have a family of 5, I'm gonna say if you are a regular person, this might last you 3 days. If you're just one person, since it's 5 of us, we'll probably eat the majority of it today. I cleaned up my workspace, and I'm cutting my strawberries. I already cut up all my bananas. And so usually I cut the back off, and then I just cut them into fourths. So that's what I'm gonna be doing here, just cutting them into fourths. And I'll see you guys when I'm done with that. Get out the oven, and now I'm going to kind of cut through the squares to make sure they come apart nice and easy. Smells so good, looks so good. I know it's going to taste so good. Let's try to get one off right now. It's so good. Like so good. All right, so I hope you guys like it too. Let me know in the comments. Toodles.